Wow, I mean, who would have thought this franchise would have 8 movies to its name? I mean, when I saw the first one, I thought maybe 3 tops, but now we're at 8. 8, can you believe it? And they're still awesome! Fast and Furious 8, or The Fate of the Furious, depending on where you are in the world. So Fast and Furious 8 is the 8th installment in the Fast and Furious franchise. It's directed by F. Gary Gray and stars Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Michelle Rodriguez, Chris Ludacris Bridges, Tyrese Gibson, Nathalie Emmanuel, I believe is how you pronounce her name, Scott Eastwood, Kurt Russell, and Charlize Theron. Or Theron. I don't know how to pronounce her last name either. And this movie pits the characters that we love against one of their greatest challenges yet in Dominic Toretto. That's right, Dominic Toretto in this movie goes rogue, and they don't know why. There has to be a reason behind it, or at least Michelle Rodriguez is convinced there's a reason behind it, whereas Hobbs just believes he's gone rogue, abandoned his entire family, and has started working for a cyber terrorist. Now the group must either find out why Dom is doing what he's doing, or put him down for good. And that's all I need to say about this film, because the trailer doesn't really reveal that much about the plot points of this movie, which I thought absolutely worked for this movie, because there are so many different twists and turns in this film that you do not see coming, which the trailer does not spoil. I mean, there are a few predictable moments here and there, but there are some really well done and well thought out twists in this film. My biggest worry about this film when I saw the trailer was why Dom had gone rogue, why he turned against the people he calls family. Considering all the other movies, that's all he cares about. It had to be a really good reason for him to actually betray them. And I have to say, the reason why he turned against his family is completely understandable. It was incredible. Like, I did not see it coming from a mile away. I had my predictions, but I'm so happy my predictions were wrong. And because Charlize Theron's character has this on Dom, it makes the Fast and Furious 8 one of the most emotionally driven Fast and Furious movies we've ever had. Don't get me wrong, we've had emotional moments in other movies here and there, but this movie has an emotional punch that you do not expect coming. And it shows a more vulnerable side to Dom that we've never seen before, challenging Vin Diesel to give one of his best performances as this character. He was incredible in this film. I've always thought he was a good actor, but because he's been typecast as those mean, gruff guys, the guys that always conceal their emotion, this movie really pushed him. And in fact, he proved to everyone that he can act, and he was really, really good in this film. The rest of the cast also all do a really great job. Michelle Rodriguez, she's fantastic, as is Dwayne Johnson. I mean, he's The Rock, he's great in everything. And his back and forth with Jason Statham in this movie, who was also incredible and has one of the best scenes in the entire movie. Trust me, if you've seen the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. It was awesome. But both of their back and forth with each other I thought was hilarious. It made the movie even better for me. And every time they were beating down on people, you could hear every hit, you could hear every bone break, and it was awesome. And I know I'm using the word awesome a lot in this review, but it really is. It was incredible. You've got other original members return as well, including Chris Ludacris Bridges and Tyrese Gibson, who were both really good in this film. The chemistry, again, like in the other films, is really good. However, Tyrese Gibson's character does sometimes get on my nerves every now and then. Not the actor himself, but more the character that he plays. There are moments in the film where they really try to push the comedy element of his character. And although most of the time it does work, there are a few times where it doesn't really hit. But for the most part, their chemistry is there, and they do generate a lot of laughs together. Same with Nathalie Emmanuel, who came into it in the 7th film. She's really found her own in this movie. She has good chemistry with Tyrese Gibson and Chris Ludacris Bridges as well. You got Kurt Russell returning this movie as well, and I love his character with Mr. Nobody. I think he's great. You also have Scott Eastwood in this movie, who is the son of Clint Eastwood, and although the performance is good, I was too busy looking at him going, he is literally the split image of his dad. Like, it's unbelievable. The resemblance between him and his father, Clint Eastwood, is just undeniable. And finally, Charlize Theron as the main villain in this movie. She was outstanding. As the villain in this film, she was incredibly intimidating, manipulative. She did everything right with her character. And in that, she's one of the most threatening, intimidating villains I've seen in a movie in quite a long time. You can tell that she was having a lot of fun with her character in this film, as was everyone in the movie. What's so great about the Fast and Furious franchise, especially of late, is that it is over-the-top ridiculous. And what makes the movies even better is it embraces that absurdity. If you go into this movie expecting logic and realism to take place, then you're going to be very, very disappointed, because the over-the-top action isn't realistic, it doesn't make any sense, but it is so cool to see. I also thought the writing for this movie was also really well done. In the moments where there's supposed to be some exposition as to what's going to happen in the rest of the film, where they're setting up certain plot points and where certain characters are going to go, those moments could have been really boring, but they added a comedy element into it. For example, the first time we see The Rock's character in this film is basically an exposition saying, we need you to do this mission. That could have ended up being really boring, but the way they pulled that off, it was hilarious, and it worked. It made for one of the most entertaining parts of the film, bar Jason Statham's scene, because that was just That was incredible. I do really only have one small issue with the movie, and it is only a small issue, is that the directing, although very well done for the majority of the film, during some of the action sequences, the camera does cut away every now and then, and it does get lost in what's happening. Like, you can't really see what's happening, but there's only a few moments like that. For the most part, the action scenes are really well done. Overall, guys, if you are a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, then you will more than likely love this movie. I mean, I'm a fan of this franchise. Although a few hit and misses in the early films, this franchise has just kept growing and growing and growing and getting better and better and better. But if you're not a fan of the Fast and Furious films and you're going into this movie looking for logic and realism, you're not going to get that. You're going to be very disappointed and you will probably hate it. But me, I loved it. The action was over the top. It was ridiculous, but incredibly entertaining. And for all of that, I'm going to give Fast and Furious 8 5 stars. So, Fast and Furious 8, have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks as always for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.